You ever use something so powerful, so futuristic, that you start wondering, how is this even free? Because that's exactly how these 5 AI tools feel. They do things that used to take entire teams, expensive software, and hours of work. And now, you can do it in seconds for $0. No subscriptions, no catches, just pure jaw-dropping automation. And let's get into 5 free AI tools that are so good, they feel almost illegal to use. And I'm going to break each one down with real examples so you can see just how powerful they are. Tool number 5 is Runway ML. Imagine being able to make a cinematic video with nothing but a sentence. That's what Runway ML's Gen 2 model does. You write a short prompt, like a cyberpunk city at night, light rain, flying cars overhead, and in about a minute, you've got a full video clip that looks like it belongs in a sci-fi film trailer. This is text to video generation. Something that only a few years ago required a production crew, a studio, expensive equipment, and hours of editing. Now it's just you and a browser. But Runway ML isn't just a one-trick pony. It's packed with tools like background removal for video, meaning you can cut out the background from a moving subject in seconds. No green screen needed, no tedious frame-by-frame masking. Just upload your clip, click, and it's done. Let's say you're making a product ad. You shot it in your messy bedroom, but you want it to look clean and professional. You upload the footage to Runway, remove the background, replace it with a modern interior or a solid color, and suddenly it looks like you shot it in a studio. Another killer feature is image extension. Let's say you have a great photo for a thumbnail, but it's vertical and you need it in landscape. Normally, cropping ruins the framing. With Runway, you can extend the image outward. It fills in the extra space with content that matches the original scene. Same lighting, same textures, same perspective. You can even animate still photos, upload a portrait, and Runway can add subtle motion, like blinking eyes or flowing hair. It's not deepfake territory, but it's enough to add life to static content. And the interface is dead simple. You don't need to learn layers, timelines, or keyframes. Everything is drag and drop, click and render. You get free credits every month and you can buy more if needed. But for many users, the free plan is more than enough to create short videos, ads, social content, and polished visuals that would have taken hours before. And Runway isn't just for visuals. It's also getting into generative storytelling, AI-powered editing workflows, and even collaborative timelines, meaning you can work on a full video project with AI-enhanced features every step of the way. They're building the future of content creation, and you can be part of it without ever opening your wallet. Tool number 4 is Hugging Face Spaces. This one's a hidden gem. If you've never heard of Hugging Face, think of it as the open source brain of the AI world. Thousands of developers post their trained models here, and in the Spaces section, they've turned many of those models into free, usable apps that run entirely in your browser. The variety is insane. You can find AI tools to generate voices from text and even clone voices, clean up old, blurry photos, transcribe audio and video with near perfect accuracy, turn your rough sketch into a finished illustration, summarize articles, research papers, even entire PDFs, detect emotions in text or speech, create hyper-realistic portraits of fictional people, generate songs from scratch using prompts, and there's more. You can use tools to identify the tone of a piece of writing, analyze the structure of your code, detect plagiarism, even simulate dialogue for fictional characters. The best part? You're not just using the tools. You're using the same tech that developers, researchers, and Fortune 500 companies are experimenting with. Hugging Face makes bleeding-edge AI accessible to regular people. You don't need to download anything. You don't need a fancy computer. You don't even need to know how it works. Just click into a space, follow the simple input instructions, and let it work its magic. There's a space for almost anything. A few of my favorites. One that turns text descriptions into fully illustrated comic panels. One that analyzes a resume and suggests improvements. One that takes meeting notes and turns them into a structured action plan. You can lose hours exploring here, and you'll come out the other side with a dozen ideas you never knew were possible. Tool number 3 is Gamma. Gamma is one of those tools where the first time you use it, your jaw kind of drops, because it's not just automating a task, it's changing the whole workflow. Here's what it does. You type in a topic or paste in a chunk of text, and Gamma turns it into a stunning presentation. Automatically. Let's say you have a blog post about fitness tips. You paste it into Gamma, and it turns it into a slide deck with proper headers, clean bullet points, visual hierarchy, and even AI-generated images that match the theme. You get to choose the style: corporate, minimal, vibrant, educational, and Gamma designs it accordingly. There's also a prompt-first workflow. Just say something like, create a presentation explaining NFTs to beginners. And Gamma writes the content, builds the structure, chooses the visuals and formats everything. I used Gamma for a workshop outline recently. What would have taken 3 hours to build in PowerPoint took me 10 minutes. And it didn't look like a basic template. It looked custom designed, modern, professional, ready to deliver. Gamma also supports collaborative editing, embeds, and exports. You can link it to Notion, import from Google Docs, and even publish presentations as standalone web pages. It's a no-brainer for anyone in education, business, or content marketing. And yes, the free plan is fully usable. No credit card required. And the more you use it, the smarter it feels. Start creating presentations for things you never thought needed slide. Ideas, notes, outlines, just because it's so fast and satisfying. Tool number 2 is Otter.ai. If you've ever sat through a 90-minute meeting and then tried to remember what was actually said, you know the pain. Otter solves that. It transcribes live audio, uploads, Zoom calls, and meetings with incredible accuracy. But it also summarizes the key points, tags speakers, and lets you search through the entire transcript instantly. Here's what makes it powerful. It doesn't just record, it understands context. You can go back to a specific moment and see exactly who said what. You can highlight parts of the conversation. You can tag follow-ups. You can share the transcript with teammates who can comment and collaborate. I've used it in brainstorming sessions, coaching calls, podcast interviews, and even YouTube content planning. It's the ultimate safety net. No more, wait, what did they say again? Moments. And because it integrates with Zoom, Google Meet, and Microsoft Teams, it can automatically join your meetings, record them, transcribe them, and email you the summary. It's like hiring a personal assistant that never sleeps. Students love it for lectures. Creators use it for turning long recordings into bite-sized clips. Sales teams use it for call reviews. It's one of the few tools where, after using it once, you never want to go without it again. And Otter continues to improve. New features like keyword extraction, AI-generated meeting outlines, and integration with cloud storage systems make it an even more powerful tool for productivity. Tool number 1 is Claude.ai. Claude is a conversational AI assistant built by Anthropic, and it's arguably the most well-rounded free tool available right now. If ChatGPT is your fun, creative writing buddy, Claude is your calm, thoughtful, analytical co-pilot. It handles nuance better, retains context longer, and doesn't go off the rails when things get complex. You can throw a 70-page PDF at Claude and ask it to summarize it. It will. You can say, turn this blog post into 3 LinkedIn posts. It does. You can upload a messy spreadsheet and ask Claude to extract insights. And it will not only give you a breakdown, but often offer suggestions you didn't even think of. Claude handles technical writing, brainstorming, customer service templates, long-form planning, and more. It even helps developers document their code or write technical blog posts. One of my favorite use cases, contract cleanup. Paste in a long, jargon-heavy agreement and ask Claude to explain each section in simple English. You can even ask it to flag any terms that seem unusual or risky. It's also phenomenal for coding. You can paste in broken Python or JavaScript, and Claude will fix it, explain the problem, and even suggest optimizations. I've had it write clean scripts, analyze rejects, and help debug Shopify liquid templates. And the writing quality, easily top tier. Whether it's email copy, product descriptions, YouTube scripts, or marketing frameworks, Claude handles tone, structure, and clarity better than most paid tools. The fact that all this is available without needing a subscription is insane. You can use Claude directly in your browser with generous free usage limits. For researchers, marketers, content creators, and students, it's an absolute beast. Let's stack it all together. Say you're a content creator. You open Claude to help brainstorm and write your script. You feed it a few points and watch it turn that into a full outline with a logical flow and great language. You drop that outline into Gamma to generate a beautiful, interactive presentation to pair with your video. Then, you record your audio and use Otter.ai to transcribe it for captions and summary notes. Need a background video or some visuals to keep attention? Runway ML generates all of that from scratch. Need a voiceover but don't feel like recording it? Head to Hugging Face and use one of their voice cloning or text-to-speech spaces. You just built a full video workflow with tools that are completely free. Now let's look at this from a different lens. Maybe you're not a creator. Maybe you run a business. Claude helps you draft outreach emails, product descriptions, FAQs, and lead magnets. Gamma turns that into client-facing PDFs and presentations. Runway ML gives you slick visuals for ads. Otter keeps your meetings and sales calls documented and searchable. Hugging Face, use it for sentiment analysis on customer feedback to gauge how people feel about your product. Or maybe you're a student. You record every lecture with Otter, highlight the most important points, and send them to Claude to turn into flashcards or summary notes. Use Gamma to build a quick study deck before the next test. Use Runway to create a project video or visual explanation. Then explore Hugging Face for tools that solve math problems, summarize history books, or improve your writing. The point is, this isn't just about 5 tools. It's about a mindset shift. This is the AI stack. It's the new skill set. And right now, you're still early. Most people are playing catch up, but you're here, experimenting, learning how to put this together. If you master these free tools now, prompting, combining, building systems around them, you'll have a real edge. Because the truth is, this isn't going away. AI isn't a trend. It's infrastructure. It's becoming the operating system of everything. And the people who treat it like a gimmick, they're going to get left behind. You don't need to know how to build these tools. You just need to know how to use them. And you've got access right now for free. Final bonus. Let's say you're creating a digital product or offer. You can build the whole thing with this stack. Claude for writing the material. Gamma for structuring it into slides or a lead magnet. Runway for visuals and promo clips. Hugging Face for utility features, summarizers, converters, audio tools. Otter for scripting, notes, and repurposing. You're not just saving time, you're unlocking scale. This is your unfair advantage. Use it. Try at least one of these today. Don't just watch. Start building. The tools are free, but what you can do with them, that's priceless.